Hey guys, I'm in Salem. I made it here. It's raining really bad and I can't even see the screen right now, but God, this place is beautiful. I will show you what about, and yeah, just keep watching because it's fun. It's a beautiful place. Pouring rain in Salem. Oh my God.
Signing the book was tantamount to selling one's soul to the devil. The black man, or man in black who tempted them there, the girls eventually revealed, was a Harvard graduate and former Salem minister of the Puritan faith named George Burroughs.
Alright, now we can get into this. Now in reality what was happening is the girls were in the Paris household, and while Reverend Paris was out, the girls would be entertained by Tituba with tales of her stories. Stories of her life in the Barbados. She would show the girls voodoo and fortune telling, all just like fun games for kids. However, the girls then used this as a way to not get in trouble for some of the behaviors that they were doing. On the other side of our room, we see Dr. Griggs examining one of the girls as they slept. Now, Dr. Griggs didn't exactly have a medical degree that we would think that a doctor would have today. He had some experience, but not a ton, and so there are thoughts and rumors of what might have been wrong with her, but at the end of the day, we don't know for sure. One of the things that they thought it might have been happening is there was actually a mold called egret that was growing on some of the crops that they were then eating that had similar properties to LSD. So they thought that maybe that might have been one of the things that were happening, or like epilepsy existed at the time, but they weren't quite educated enough to maybe know that that's what it was. So all of these things are also potential threats to this area, but in reality it engulfed about 34 villages and towns in all. Everyone from Boston all the way up to the border of New Hampshire were all involved in the witch trials in one way or another.
The teenage girls of Salem who accused Tituba and the neighboring men and women of witchcraft. The former Puritan minister of the Salem Village Church, George Burroughs, is accused by the girls of being the devil himself. A noted strongman, Burroughs is captured at his house in Wells, Maine, by the cruel Salem sheriff, George Corwin, and his deputies. But he battles his captors, and when a storm suddenly erupts, the lawmen are terribly frightened, for they are convinced that they have captured the devil himself, and he will strike them down with bolts of lightning. Shaking with fear, the lawmen deliver Burroughs to the Salem judges. He is found guilty of witchcraft and is condemned to hang at Gallows Hill.
So good. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching up until now. I hope you enjoy my footage and I hope you enjoy what I try to film in Salem. Unfortunately, the weather was so bad that I really couldn't film every single place that I wanted to. There are other shops, especially on Access Street, which is the main street of Salem. And there's so many shops out there, like Omen, it's one of the most famous one, and they have so many beautiful things, and unfortunately I couldn't really show you, but I went shopping, as you guys seen from some of the footage, and I'm gonna show you now what I got in Salem. So let's start with this sweater. This is a sweater, I love the color, and I got this in one of the shops there. I can't remember now exactly the name, so please forgive me about that. And they gave me a paper bag, and unfortunately the paper bag got completely destroyed by the water. It does say Salem, Massachusetts, and I do like this spooky house. This is the witch house, by the way. The witch's house that I tried to show you in the video. We wanted to go inside the witch's house, but unfortunately you had to book ahead of time and we didn't know. I'm a flight attendant, it was part of my trip, so I didn't have a long time. It's not that I flew from London to Salem. I went to work. It was a flight from London to Boston, and I had like roughly 24 hours there. So I was like, with my co-workers, we decided to go to Salem. And yeah, I got this beautiful sweatshirt. I love the color. I'm very much into dark green lately. And very simple, there's nothing at the back. I don't know, it's super soft and nice. It was $49, which is pretty good. There's no sale tax in Massachusetts. I think up until $159 or $150, something like that. So yeah, no tax there. What you see is what you pay for, so $49. If you guys know, I do like my crystals and I always been attracted to it. I have a spiritual side in me, a metaphysical side. I'm a little witch and this is my favorite time of the year. I normally don't buy crystal before knowing the meaning because I believe that the crystal is gonna pick you, and that's exactly how it is. When you walk into a crystal metaphysical store and you see a crystal that is like calling to you, you should get it. You should get it, and then you should look into the meaning, the metaphysical meaning of the crystal, and see what's there to learn. These two stones though, these two crystals, I kinda knew about it already, but as soon as I walked in, I got these two rings. I don't know, I hope the camera is gonna focus on it. Let me take this off. This is a beautiful lapis lazuli, royal blue, and it has like lighter specks of like, I guess, white and gold in there. It's very hard to see on camera right now. This camera should do a good service to this ring, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this ring called out to me and I was like, mine. I don't really normally wear silver. I'm a goldy kind of girl. I do like my gold chains and stuff, but these rings are very affordable, by the way. This was $25, this was $20. So let's start with the lapis lazuli. If you guys are interested into this, I am super interested, and yeah, just let me know in the comments down below if you guys like crystals. I can tell you all about it. I could literally do a whole video talking about crystals and their properties and how they can help you in your everyday to-day life. So, everyday to-day life, or is day-to-day life? Lapis lazuli, they gave me this. I knew about the crystal, I knew about the meaning, but they also give you this. So if you don't know what a crystal, give you a little piece of paper and as everything is written on it. It's a strong stone that works with opening up your intuition and ability to retain information. Third eye. It also can relieve headaches and jaw tension when held or placed on the forehead. Carrying lapis lazuli during a class or in a meeting will help one learn and retain the information being discussed. It's one of those crystals that can help you with your psychic abilities. It kinda amplify your intuition and open up your third eye chakra. If you're already working on some of your psychic abilities, this will definitely help you out and amplify it. One thing that I strongly suggest you guys is that you need to charge your crystal, in the sense that yes, you need to either put it under moonlight, or some people put it into rice. I like moonlight or sunlight depending on the crystal, or like smudge sage on top. That's another good way. The other thing is that a lot of people don't do, and that's why people are like, I don't believe in crystal, they don't work for me. Well, did you program it? This is my first question, because you need to program, you need to talk to it, okay? You need to program it. So you need to hold your crystal in your in your strong hand, which is the predominant hand that you use like to write or to do things. Mine is the right hand. If you're a lefty, you should hold it in your left hand. And it doesn't take any weird juju words or stuff like that. Just say to the crystal, "Dear crystal, thank you for being in my life. I'd like you to do this for me." And then you specify what you want it to do. In this case, we have a lapis lazuli. We know what this crystal can work with, and then you tell it, "Please help me out with my psychic abilities, my intuition, help me out understanding sign and messages from the universe, from my angels, from my spirit guides. This is my will, so mote it be." You blow on it, done. That's it. That's all it takes. It's all about the intention. So yeah, I mean, that's how you program a crystal. Obviously, I didn't program mine like this yet, but this was just to, show you, okay? The other ring that I want to show you though, it's this is a moonstone, you guys. And it's very easy to get it confused with opalite. Opalite is very similar, but they're two completely different crystals. This is a moonstone, which is it can be there's also rainbow moonstones and other colors. This looks like it's a regular moonstone, and you will know there's a moonstone if you look at it and it has like some sort of like translucent light to it. Like, I can see some blue in it and other colors. Move it in the light, you should see some other colors in it. That is the best that I can explain. It's really hard for me to explain it. If you buy from a trusted seller, you just ask them, like, "Is this a moonstone?" They say yes or no. Obviously, Salem, everyone there, I love Salem, because every person that works in Salem in one of those metaphysical shops, they're all like people, they're very much spiritual, they're very much, a lot of them are witches, a lot of them are just people with psychic abilities, or they just know. The moonstone is a wonderful stone for emotional balance and stability. It helps individuals who are more sensitive than others establish boundaries for what can hurt them. Carry moonstone to keep positive in the company of negative people. This is very interesting. And it's not written here, but I also know that moonstone is very good to help you with dreams. If you want to remember your dreams, you can sleep with this. It's another, like, these two are very similar on their properties. That's why I probably got drawn to it, because this is like an aspect of my life that I want to work on. And it's like my psychic abilities, my dream. I sometimes I have a hard time recalling my dreams, so this can help out with that. It also can help, and this is not my case, but if you're pregnant, it can help with pregnancy or fertility. So if you're trying to get pregnant or something, moonstone is what I suggest to wear. And again, make sure that if you buy a moonstone for any of these properties and you want it to work for you, make sure that you remember to charge it, which is exactly what I told you. So you charge it and then you program it. Another crystal, and the last one, I bought this beautiful selenite. Guys, selenite is one of those beautiful, amazing, almost perfect, I would say perfection in a crystal. Selenite is such a powerful crystal that can literally recharge all your other crystals. It doesn't need to be charged because it's just so pure and so beautiful. Another way that you can charge your crystals is like if you put your crystals, it can be any size, on top or close by a cluster like this of selenite will do the job. Also, this helps alleviate stress, anxiety, so you can just hold it in your hand. And remember, if you just hold it in your hand, if you want to attract the properties, okay, the abilities of the rocks, make sure you hold it in your left hand, because your left hand is the one that receives. You're receiving energy from here, from your left hand. Or like if you want to hold a crystal, and for instance it's like a black tourmaline, which is for protection, in that case you want to wear it on your right hand or hold it in your right hand. That's because your right hand is the one that sends away and protect. So you're gonna use protection stone primarily, I guess, on your right hand. Obviously this is the other way around if you are left-handed, and that's the way it works. Yeah, so I love this. Last night I had really vivid dreams. I slept with this next to my bed, and this morning I could remember everything. So yeah, it's also beautiful, you guys. I love how translucent it is. Kind of very similar to the moonstone, as I was saying earlier. They have this translucent light to it, which attracts me. And yeah. Okay guys, enough about crystals. If you have any other question, please let me know in the comments down below and I will happy to reply. The last thing that I got in Salem, and is this pumpkin. Is so cute. This is handmade and I thought this was adorable. I'm not sure like it's what material is this made from. This is like it's like cotton and it's like with stuffing in it, and I just love the pattern of it. I thought it was very vintage, very like, I don't know, spooky in a way, and it comes from Salem and I was like, so beautiful. Yeah, this is what I bought, and obviously we went for food, as you guys see. This place in Salem called the Shanty Lobster is so good. If you love seafood, I love seafood. I don't really eat meat. It is a small place, just so you know. We have to wait a little bit. There was a line outside, but it's worth it if you like seafood, and it's a nice place in Salem. It's just right in front of the town hall in Salem, so easy to find. So just be prepared. Don't be like me. If you plan to go to Boston or Salem, interested to do any of these tours or stuff like that, you need to book tickets ahead of time, because especially during this time of the year, Halloween is packed, it is full, and even on that day there was so much rain, and you know, it was cold and not nice outside. It was still like a lot of people, so yeah, just a heads up. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this spooky Salem video, and if you do want to know more, let me know in the comments down below and I will try to reply to every single comment that you guys leave. And I appreciate you watching. I will see you real soon with another video. I love you. Bye.